them in the studio. You may have heard them before. If you heard of Beacon Radio, they're on. We've got the afternoon presenter, James Carpenter.
Hello.
And we've also got the man today who's specially I've roped in to co-host with me. It's the Mr. Hermonator.
Good morning.
I like the fact they still call you that as well.
Hello guys, it's KIC FM. That song before that was Lupe Fiasco, The Show Must Go On, dedicated for today. Before that you had a bit of The Prodigy in Outer Space. And just a while we all guys just parred outside because we had the Express and Star people came in and we wanted to kneel down. So, you know, we got the two Beacon Radio dudes in, James and Steve. It should be Steve and James. Because I'm used to hearing you first, and yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. When it comes to KIC FM, yeah. I feel like this is my domain and my name should come before his. When it's 4 till 7 on Beacon, it's James and then me.
Okay, so Steve and James.
That's fine for today, that's absolutely fine. I will just say actually, going outside there for that photo, that was quite difficult kneeling down for, how long was it, a couple of minutes?
Yeah. It's excruciating. I've only just started going back to the gym, but the blood is just coming back to my leg because me, Shaun and James had to crouch down for this picture. Good
morning guys, this is KIC FM, this is the Shaun Baxter show here on KIC FM. And joining us, as I said, we're in the studio, we've got Rob here, and we've got Jamie, we've got everyone here's sort of piling, and we've got all the volunteers outside. So just want to say, I just want to do a quick interview with you, James, as you. Yeah, James, but Steve. Yeah, see,
we have been called brothers before, so that's absolutely fine.
You do look a bit identical with your glasses.
He hates it.
Yeah, so just want to do a quick interview how you became person in KIC. Obviously, you've been on the trailer, not the trailer. Well, the trailer, you have been on the trailer, but also on the full documentary. So, how did you start, and where did you come from?
Do you want me to go right back to where I came from? Born at Worsley Hospital, 1970. Basically, the first time I ever found out about KIC FM was I was doing a GMVQ in media at Stourbridge College. This was in 1999, so a while ago. And I remember Rob and Marie, who was involved then, they came, did a talk at Stourbridge College to us media students, and I was just taken in by the whole thing. It was just basically a chance to, you know, someone saying, you're interested in radio, here's a chance to go on the radio and be on the radio, get involved in this and learn the skills as well. So I went down to Base 25.
Yeah, Base 25.
Yes, went down to there in Wolverhampton City Centre, and we had training sessions on a Saturday morning and some other days as well, leading up to the broadcast. And the first broadcast was March 2000 at Wolverhampton Grammar School. Remember it well, and I stayed. I mean, normally I think they try and move a few of the volunteers on. I think sometimes, like at that time, it was like because it was so popular and so in demand. I think there was so many volunteers to try and get on the radio. So it was like, okay, you've had your turn. Maybe you should let someone else have a turn. But I think I stayed for about 5 or 6 broadcasts just because I loved it so much. And then eventually went to uni, did a journalism degree there. You know, utilised the training I got from KIC. Came back and worked as a coordinator, which was basically what Kenny does now, sort of in charge of all you lot and getting you on the air and training you up in the radio skills. And obviously I've moved on to full-time radio, working at Beacon, and it's a lot of it, pretty much 99% of it is down to KIC FM and that experience that I got here.
Wow, so that's an amazing story. Now over to James, as we were speaking before the link, we were saying about you did do a bit of community radio as well in your time. So
yeah, well I'm from the south originally, but I started in community radio, so I know how important it is. It's a great starting block, and actually just seeing what you guys do here, I think it's fantastic. But more importantly, some of the people, Steve as an example, that have actually gone on to bigger things to make it a proper career. I used to work with a guy called Phil McGarvey who did a lot of stuff here. He now works at Radio 2. He looks after Graham Norton on a Saturday. And Salty, who produces the goals over Tom Ross, who's does masses amount for football across the whole of the Midlands. Obviously Steve, who works with me in the afternoons at Beacon, does a lot of the commentary as well. So these things are so important, which is why I'd love to see you guys continue doing what you're doing, because it's a really great setup. And I can't tell you how important these sorts of places are to kickstart a career.
Nice sneaky kickstart there.
Hey, that wasn't intentional, but I'll take it.
I think I'd like to say as well, just that you don't have to go into radio if you've done KIC FM. It doesn't matter as such if you don't go into radio, because Darren Burrell is probably, everyone's heard of his story, he's probably one of the most successful volunteers. He's gone on to youth work, and so he's taken, you know, the experience of being a young person and being taught by some excellent coordinators, and he's passed that on to other youth, young people in Wolverhampton. Also Tim Sargent, very skilled guy, very clever. He produced the KIC FM film, so he's taken those skills and turned it into production and video. It doesn't matter what profession you go into from KIC FM, but it's the skills and the confidence and the personal skills that you take from it. And so the fact that this is the last day and this is not going to be here anymore,
yeah, it's a bit weird. Yeah, I know
it's very strange, but I think give it a month or two, or not even that, I think a lot of people will notice the difference and notice the mistake of pulling the funding.
I agree with you, mate. I couldn't say more. You've summarised it more. But on the other hand, that's your story, as now you're a broadcasting journalist and you're obviously a host presenter for, you know, your song, not your song, your show on Beacon. I've got a bit of a challenge to you guys.
What is it?
Wait for it.
We're not used to this, are we? We're normally people setting.
Getting it back.
The Metro for you.
I used to read this every day.
The Metro
on the train to London
for you.
Oh, thank you.
And you're doing the news at 11.
Oh, brilliant! It's like going back to college.
Yeah, the news and sport, that's what you guys are doing.
Right, pulling the headlines out of the paper.
I'm going to go with sport straight away. Or I might do this sort of light-hearted news stories of the day.
So that's you guys' challenge. You've got 15 minutes, and between that, guys, we're going to do the like kiss as well. So I'm basically going to get on my Facebook, get on my Twitter, like this. You'll get a personal shout out from James, Steve, and whoever's myself in the studio. We're going to say your name, and you'll get a big shout out. This could be the most important and last time you can say. So let's go with the lights in. But here's a tune by Wiz Khalifa and it's Black.